Pleased to have you return to my channel, Coin Lady. I had to begin by sharing this from Tranglo, because we are going to discuss XRP. With the expansion of Tranglo's payment corridor to Georgia, families in Georgia may now send and receive remittances more quickly and with more confidence. Their expansion is vital for connecting Georgia to various locations, especially Europe, the US, and CIS nations, where Georgian migrant workers are largely employed. You know, Ripple is seeing continuous expansion. In the absence of direct involvement from Ripple, the continuous rails utilizing RippleNet technology and XRP are invariably implemented by Ripple's partners. We at APAC DAO are pleased to announce our new partnership with RippleXDev, which will allow us to reach out to and support developers in Southeast Asia who are interested in creating for the XRP ledger. The goal of this collaboration is to support the growing community of developers in Southeast Asia by organizing events like hackathons, meetups, and training on the XRP ledger. In fact, across X it seems like some individuals are claiming that the stagnant XRP pricing is due to the fact that the XRP ledger isn't growing. However, worthwhile projects are being built out. Their primary focus is on tokenization and cross-border payments for lending and borrowing. The projects who pay these individuals to protect their project aren't adding to the XRP ledger, which is why they're so angry. That's why a lot of these folks are leaving XRP. Nevertheless, there will be additional growth in the future, and because I am unaware of what transpired with Raul Paul, keep in mind his statement that price fluctuations won't shake my faith. True, XRP is. Worth goes beyond numbers on a graph. This may be painful to hear, but there are a lot other cryptocurrencies out there, including Cardano and XRP. It makes me wonder who is paying Hope, who isn't an investor, to now ship the narrative. I truly hope you're correct, though. The original X-influencers have done the same thing, now they're gushing over Solana and this project, and that project is moving away from XRP. The fact that we are so near currently makes me believe this is happening. After all, the IMF is supporting the Ripple Effect's effort to enhance Palau's economy. For Palau's digital payment system, Ripple and the IMF work together. A significant stakeholder, the IMF Technical Assistance Team, shows that Ripple and the IMF work closely together operationally. Also, many believe the IMF has already decided on an XRP price. People still seem to believe that XRP won't make holders affluent, even if it's grown with the best of them. Please, we are well past the point when XRP will go to zero. Story, we've moved on from that. In the cryptocurrency world, Bitcoin is and will remain unrivaled. The story is evolving. This was intended for the Interledger protocol by Stefan, Thomas, and the former CTO of Ripple. Expand the XRP ledger to a worldwide scale. According to Marcus Treacher, a former employee of Ripple, XRP is infinitely scalable with the help of ILP. Treacher also claims that the liquidity model of XRP was intended to scale to 7 to 9 billion people, or every single person on the planet. Treacher adds that he will hold on to XRP until it goes live globally because he wants to benefit from generational wealth. The fact that mainstream media outlets are now embracing Bitcoin and changing the narrative isn't going to faze me. Do you know why Michael Saylor is attempting to sell it? Reason being, they would rather you not own XRP, and they must maintain the illusion alive. Then there's this, the capital gains tax is 44.6% and unrealized gains are 25%. The rich are defined by these taxes. You should give this a lot of thought before casting your ballot, since the stock market would crash if this passes in Congress. This is completely out of control. Harris has switched sides and is now in favor of Biden's tax proposals. The shame of those unrealized earnings is immense. Here's what it means to put it in perspective. A tax on capital gains that have not been realized has the support of Kamala Harris. Put simply, what if the price of a Bitcoin increases from $50,000 to $70,000 after you purchase it? Even though you kept the Bitcoin in your holdings, the $20,000 in capital gains are still subject to taxation. Doing this is insane. No way can she win. Eventually, every nation will vanish. Industry will depart from this nation, I can assure you of that. The implementation of this would result in the immediate departure of a large number of individuals with substantial financial resources. From his point of view, XRP holders would be compelled to sell at different prices simply to pay the taxes. For example, if they were to purchase XRP at 50 cents and hold on to it until it reaches $1, then sell it when it drops back down to 50 cents. Next, we will discuss capital gains. Envision yourself rich off of XRP, with a capital gains rate far lower than 44.6%. The capital gains tax on the $1 million would amount to $440,000.
That is precisely why you want to hold XRP for the long haul. You should aim to pay no more than 15% in taxes on long-term capital gains, as short-term capital gains are somewhere around 25% to 30%. Alternative strategies exist for evading the capital gains tax. We'll get more into that in subsequent episodes, but for now, this is their future strategy. China is going for virtual assets and the landmark Supreme Court decision on anti-money laundering regulations. Think about it. Unrealized financial gains are essentially theft. For a stable coin like Tether, the impending crackdown on anti-money laundering by China will have far-reaching consequences. If China takes this step, rest assured that other countries will follow suit. Optimism is a deceit. Cryptos should be considered regular currencies in the United States. Their first point is that the US Treasury is looking into cryptocurrency. The US Treasury and the Federal Reserve are contemplating reclassifying crypto as currency under the Bank Secrecy Act, marking a decision and a significant shift in the US regulatory stance to digital assets after they had previously rejected them. We need to make sure that financial institutions are more transparent and have stronger reporting duties, because this change is trying to put crypto on par with traditional fiat currencies. If all goes according to plan, this will have a significant impact. Aiming to include these assets into current anti-money laundering and anti-terrorist financing frameworks, the authority plans to formally categorize cryptocurrencies as currencies alongside these crypto rules. Both digital assets that have not yet achieved legal tender status and those that function as alternatives to existing currencies will be subject to this revised definition. Therefore, crypto will be considered money in due time, but I anticipate that crypto rules will accompany this development. But I believe the US Treasury is trying to send a message that if crypto is to be used in the financial system and by large institutions in the future, it must be valued. Otherwise, it will remain worthless, like those exchange-traded funds. For this reason, the DTCC eliminated the 100% haircut from the balance sheet. You can't use it as collateral for a loan, but if a bank were to earn cryptocurrency and have it on their books, they could use it as collateral for a loan or lend it out. There will be crypto rules, but I also expect it to fortify banks and other organizations. This has the potential to be both beneficial and detrimental. The US dollar index DXY hits its lowest level in over a year, and I predict that this will also end up in the hands of the IRS. If crypto is treated as real money, the IRS will be able to enforce regulations around it. That being said, consider. I believe that we will now witness the continuation of that decline, which will lead to the significant rise of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Not only are we already deeply in debt, but certain countries are refusing to buy our debt anymore. They are requesting that they return our debt to us. It seems like the D, X, and Y are going downhill from here. It requires our constant monitoring, but while that's happening, check out crypto in the run-up to the 2024 US election. Klaus Schwab's World Economic Forum has issued a dire warning that the world's elite are preparing to unleash social anarchy. This was inevitable, as we all knew. I really don't care who takes home the presidency. I predict mayhem whatever. You know what will happen if Kamala wins. People will start claiming the election was rigged, and then there will be rioting and pandemonium. On the flip side, Rioting and anarchy are on the horizon in the event that Trump is elected president. In my opinion, this election is not going to end in a victory. The rich were constructing their bunkers for that very reason, in my opinion. But when the World Economic Forum predicts anarchy, it's reasonable to assume that it will occur. A downward revision might result in the elimination of 1 million employment at the Federal Reserve. You want those interest rate cuts to happen, because they will be huge for crypto, and I don't like the concept, because if they see that, jobs will just disappear. I'm also wondering if they will still lower rates in September. We may be entering old season, if that triggers Bitcoin's huge run-up. Not every holder is the same, and I had to remind everyone of that. I appreciate you taking the time to view my online video. Thank you for watching my channel and for subscribing. I will see you later.